safe to say that velvet yarn has piqued your interest. You've clicked on this video. I know a lot of us see it in the store. We pick it up and we're like, oh, this is so beautiful. And we take it home and we're working on it. And by row 3, it's a slippery mess. You end up with those annoying loops that are popping out everywhere and making a mess. That's called worming. Today we're changing that. I'm showing you how to turn this luxury fiber into 3 gorgeous projects. Hey my friends, my name is Diana. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, like I said, we're going to be talking about velvet yarn. Before we get into the projects, we have to talk about the golden rule for velvet yarn. The reason that velvet yarn falls apart is tension. Now, if you're not sure what tension means, that is basically how tight you are crocheting. I have a video that I've made about tension that explains that more if you're curious, and I will link that in the description. The downsize trick. Always go down 1 or even 2 hook sizes from what the label suggests. So if it asks for a 6mm, then you will go down to a 5mm or a 4mm crochet hook. This helps your tension. Stitches matter. Avoid double crochet as it is too loose for this yarn. It just falls apart. Stick to half double crochet. This is my favorite when I am crocheting with velvet yarn. It helps lock the fibers in place. Long tail. So velvet sheds a lot. So you want to make sure that your tail is extra long so that it will have, you'll have space. And then when you weave it in, make sure that you are going 3 directions. I would double what I normally do. I do 3, I would do 6 just to weave in your ends to make sure it grips, because velvet yarn can be tricky. You may be wondering, is there a difference between chenille yarn and velvet yarn? And the answer is yes. Now, chenille yarn has a little bit more grip to it, and velvet yarn is just very slick. They both shed probably equally as well, and they have a little string inside them that the fibers stick to and hold on to. But if you are wanting to crochet with either of those, they can be interchangeable, but just be aware that velvet yarn can be a little bit more tricky to work with, as it lays different. It has a sheen to it, and so does chenille yarn, but it's just more of a sheen and more slick and a little more difficult to work with. So there is a difference between the 2 yarns. That's 4, but 2 yarns. Project 1 is the ultimate stash busting project. So velvet scrunchies aren't just for kids. They are a 2026 fashion staple. So the look of a velvet crocheted scrunchie is just beautiful. With the velvet yarn, it gives it that high-end boutique look, and it takes just that little bit of effort. They make perfect filler gifts for friends or family. And if you sell at markets, scrunchies in velvet are beautiful. The next project that I would like to talk about is a crochet beanie. Now, I'm not talking about the type that is top down. I am talking about ribbed crochet beanies, and I have 2 examples here. I'm going to show them, and I will sort of take a moment to show you how beautiful the sheen is. See if it'll not focus on my face. So I made these for my market, and this is probably my favorite color combo. Just beautiful. This pattern is by Cameron's Cute Creation, and I will link it in the description below. So you will be using a half double crochet, and you will make it into a rectangle and attach it together. Now the pattern is this is the newborn size, and it goes all the way up to adult. It turns out beautiful. You just have to be paying attention, and she gives some good tips on her pattern. Working in the back loop creates a ribbing like a store-bought knit or crocheted cap. Because it's velvet, it's kind of gives that little comfort slouchy look. It's soft against the skin where wool is itchy. I really can't wear wool. I'm allergic to it, so I have to sort of have an in-between, like, buffer between me and the wool, so the velvet is a nice option for me. Finally, we have the twisted velvet headband. If you have leftover yarn from your beanie, this is the perfect way to use it up. This construction is kept simple. It's just a wide, short rectangle where you connect it. We're using the linked half double crochet, so the HDC, and we use that stitch so that the headband stays in place and doesn't move too much. So the magic twist, the thing here in the front, the secret isn't in the crochet, it's the assembly. So you will fold the ends together like two C shapes, interlocking, and when you sew across and flip it right side out, you get that high-end knotted look without any complicated shaping. A velvet headband keeps your hair back, and I can wear it and look very fancy with my short hair. It looks like a very deliberate style choice, and it looks so cute. It's the ultimate cool girl accessory for the season. Have you ever made a velvet beanie? Let me know in the comments. The headband and the beanie actually make a beautiful set if you're using the same colors. Do you like to mix and match, or do you like to have your fibers and styles a little bit different? Let me know in the comments which of these 3 projects you are excited to make with velvet yarn. I will link all of the patterns in the description below. If you like today's content, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. This helps my channel to grow, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Happy crocheting. I have a little stash in one of the baskets behind me. I figured, why not make a video that I bet you a lot of other people are having this dilemma too. Not a dilemma, but wanting to use up the yarn that they have. Now, my excuse is I'm making space for other yarn. It helps locks mix and match. Try and say that 5 times fast. Apparently I'm having a hard time today. Remember that so the look of a velvet crocheted, oh my gosh, what am I even talking about?